Fabulous. So we're here at Norwich Film Festival and we are joined by Joe Murray, who
Hello.
is the director of Day Release, which is in the East Anglian shorts category. Welcome, Joe. How are you finding Norwich so far?
I grew up here, so
Lovely.
it's familiar ground.
Oh, well, it's nice to have you here. How long have you been at the festival this time round? Have you seen anything yet?
I've not seen anything yet because I just got here.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to today,
Nice.
this evening, and hopefully catching a couple more things because I'm going to be here next week as well for the awards.
Amazing.
So hoping to catch a couple of shows in between.
Can you talk to us about your film?
So Day Release is a film that was commissioned by the Sainsbury Centre, who is an art museum based in Norfolk. And they came to me asking to make a film about the idea of art being alive. And if it was alive and it got let out on Day Release, where would it go? What would it do? And so we wrote a film about a real painting, a Francis Bacon portrait, and we took the real thing, very expensive painting, and we took the real thing to a pub in Soho, and we created a film around that, which explores the idea of homosexuality and identity and how that has shifted over time and what has or has not changed.
Lovely. It'll be so great to hear about your festival kind of submission process and that kind of thing, and how you came about deciding Norwich for one of the festivals you wanted to submit to, and how you went about choosing the type of festivals you did want to submit to, if that was a strategy for you or it was just kind of what stuck out, and I guess advice to anybody else who'd be going through that process as well.
This is my first time in the festival circuit. The Norwich submission was an obvious one because I grew up here, and the museum that the film is kind of based around is also a Norwich museum. It's a Sainsbury Centre. So this felt like an obvious one, but not only because it's local, but as a Norwich resident or previous Norwich resident, it's easy to almost like dismiss your local festival. When I go around and when I've been to other festivals, Norwich is one of the ones that comes up time and time again as a kind of more respected one. And so it's actually really exciting to be here. And also the level is so high, you think when you're submitting to your local festival, you might be like, I'll get into that. And then you look at the films and the level of it and it's amazing, and suddenly you're very humbled to be a part of something like this. And so it's a really great one, I would say, for anyone to submit to, and it's run by lovely people.
Amazing. And what advice would you give to young filmmakers wanting to have their shorts screened at festivals and just getting into the industry in general, and what you kind of learned from doing Day Release? You said you're kind of a novice as well. You're coming into this festival circuit. What are the things you've kind of learned?
Well, I've learned that people have strategies, which is a wild concept to me because that is not the way that I went about it. But I think it's probably a good idea to get a good understanding of the festival circuit itself and what people look for, what kind of films, if you're submitting to a festival, try and look up the films that have been screened before to work out the level of them, but also maybe the types of narratives that they're maybe looking for, because every festival seems to be different. Every festival that we've gotten into, they've said such different things about our film, and they're all looking for different elements, whether it is that you're a first-time filmmaker. There's loads of festivals like that, like the London Independent Film Festival. That's for first and second-time filmmakers. And then you can go all the way up to festivals like London Short Film Festival, BFI, Sundance. You could go over to the States, and they're all looking for such different things. So I think you need to understand what it is that you want out of it. Are you trying to meet people, sort of make a network, or are you trying to get into BAFTAs, let's say? If you're really kind of gunning for that, you need to look at festivals like Norwich Film Festival, which are BAFTA qualifying.
And what are you trying to get out of that? What are you
Great
trying to get out of
question.
your festival kind of circuit? Is it the networking thing, or?
For me, I am trying to... I think the best thing for me to come out of these festivals is the networking element. I'm not expecting to win anything with our film. I love our film. I think it's fantastic, but it's not why we've submitted. We've submitted to hopefully meet different filmmakers and get our name out there, the Sainsbury Centre name out there, and for me personally, the different people that you meet. So whether they are crew, I've met some amazing DPs, incredible producers. I've always kind of struggled because I don't have a network, and I think it can be really difficult, and I think it's quite an imposing thing when you're starting out as a filmmaker, because if you don't have that network, if you don't know people that are in film, or you don't have connected parents, let's say, it's very difficult to make those connections. And I think festivals are an amazing way to do that. And just off the back of us getting into a few festivals like today, it feels like doors are opening up in terms of who I'm working with. We're already setting up new projects and finding people that are really ambitious, and they're really into, say, a film that I'm working on at the moment, which they have offered their services for free, which I would never take. But I think opening those connections up and creating a network is just the most incredible thing to come off the back of a festival circuit like this.
Absolutely. And you've kind of answered my next question in what you just said about what is next for you. What is the next thing that you are working on?
Yeah, so currently I'm working on a couple of... so I do a number of projects with charities, so narrative films with charities. And so the next film that I'm working on is a film with a charity called Beat, who are an eating disorder charity, and developing a narrative-based film for them to help people understand the experience of going through an eating disorder, but also how a community is so important for helping people with that.
Wow, that sounds really incredible. Best of luck with the full process of that, because it sounds really amazing. And I know you only said you just got here at the festival today.
Yes.
Is there anything you're particularly looking forward to at the festival? Any screenings you want to catch? Or kind of what are the main things that you're excited about?
Yeah, so really excited and interested by the animation category. I just think the diversity that you find in approaches in animation is always really incredible. And if an animated film is written well, I think it's the most captivating thing. I'm also, I saw earlier, there's a couple of films, what was it called? There was a film about a drag queen, I think, something to do with boots.
Kinky Boots.
Kinky Boots. I've never seen it, never even heard of it.
You're joking?
No, I've
That's
literally...
like an iconic film.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
You have to see it.
And, well, no, I saw it in the programme. And it looks amazing. And I don't know why I've never come across it, but I'm very excited about that.
Love that.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Joe.
Yeah.
It's been so nice talking to you, and best of luck with your screening this evening.
Thank you very much.